Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the action potential. Action potential is a well organized phenomena in the body. The various functions of the body is dependent upon the action potential, mainly the responses. We see action potential in each cells, such as in the nerve cells and the heart cells. The action potential in the heart is somewhat different than any part of the body, so we will discuss about the action potential of the heart in some other video. Today we are going to mainly discuss about the action potential of the nerve. So what is action potential? By definition, action potential is the large rapid change in action potential. By definition, the action potential is large rapid change in membrane potential, in which the membrane potential actually reverses. That is, the inside of the cell become more positive than the outside. We all know that our body contains various ions, that is positively charged ion as well as the negatively charged ion. The positively charged ions are sodium, potassium, calcium, and negatively charged ion and chloride, bicarbonate, etc. And we have the buffer system of the body. That is a different thing. We have this ions, positively charged ion and negatively charged ion, and all the electrical conductivity in the body is dependent upon these ions. So when we discuss about the action potential, there is two key factors, the two key ions actually, that is we have to remember. That is, one is sodium, the other one is potassium. So firstly we are going to discuss about the graph of the action potential. For that we need to remember this one thing, that is minus 70 millivolt. What is this minus 70 millivolt? This minus 70 millivolts represents the resting membrane potential. What is the resting membrane potential? The resting membrane potential is the membrane potential of the cell when the cell is at rest. If we measure the potential when cell at rest, then we will find through Paxton technique or any other technique, we will find that it shows the minus 70 millivolt in the galvanometer. Why this happening? The answer lies here. The unequal distribution of the ions inside and outside of the cell. That is, we all know during the resting state, the inside of the cell is more negative than the outside. But in true words, it is not the inside of the cell is not negatively charged, but it is less positively charged. That is, the sodium concentration in outside is greater than in compared to inside. So basically it is the inside of the cell is less positively charged than outside of the cell. Thus it is called that inside of the cell is more negative than the outside. So what happens at the resting state? If we measure the membrane potential of the cell, that is minus 70 millivolt. At the resting state, what happens is that there are various. If we consider this shape as a cell, here neuron cell it is. This one is inside and this one is outside. We already said that it is negatively charged and it is positively charged outside. What happens is that we already said that key players are sodium and potassium, and there are various channels are present here. Sodium and potassium channels through which sodium and potassium are entering and also going out of the cell. But at resting state, this potassium channel are way more in compared to sodium. The potassium channel, the leaky potassium channels are way more than the sodium channel. So all the time sodium can enter the cell and exit the cell. So we do not consider this sodium ion at resting state. So we only consider the potassium ion in resting state. And according to that, this minus 70 millivolt is measured. Now coming to the graph. Here we can see it is the minus 70 millivolt, that is resting membrane potential, and this side of the graph is called depolarization, and this side of the graph is called repolarization. And here we can see it is dipped here. It is even lower than the resting membrane potential. I have marked it here, that is minus 80 millivolt, and this portion of the graph is called hyperpolarization. So why this is happening? For that we need to consider, need to look at here. What happens is that if we draw here it like this, I don't know, it is yeah, it is. So at resting membrane potential, inside is negatively charged and outside is positively charged. Some triggering event is happening which causes this portion. So action potential comes, or triggering effect of action potential comes. This causes this area to become positive. And how it is becoming positive, I have already discussed that there are various sodium and potassium channels is present on the membrane. Here the sodium triggering event causes the sodium channel to open, and suppose once sodium ion is entered the cell, so this portion of the cell become positively charged inside, but here it is negatively. So this is conducted here. This causes opening of the sodium channel. Again, sodium channels are voltage gated sodium channels. So it causes the opening of the voltage gated sodium channel here. So again here sodium entering the cell, this area also becoming the positive. This is how the phenomena occurs. So what happens is when minus 70 millivolt at resting state, one triggering event occurs. This causes the opening of very few amount of sodium channel. So we can see that there are sodium is entering the cell, so the graph is increasing very slowly. But here I have marked a stage at minus 35 millivolt. What is that? This is a critical value. When this triggering event occurs, the one sodium channel is opening, and for that the next sodium channel also opening due to the positivity of the cell inside of the cell. Here at this stage, this is a critical value, or we can call is a threshold value. Here it is that at this point all the sodium channels become activated. So as we discussed that sodium concentration at outside is very high. So all the sodium channels are open, the sodium from the outside is rushed into inside. So abruptly, I have drawn it a little wrong. So it is abruptly the spike comes here like this. It happens like this. So the graph, all the sodium channels abruptly entered the cell, and the graph overshoots, and it causes a spike. And this entire part is called depolarization state. Here the inside of the cell is become, now at this point the inside of the cell become more positive than the outside. At the point of this here, sodium channel become activated. We can see this point is plus 30 millivolt, plus 30 or 35 millivolt here. So at this point sodium channel become inactivated. But at the same time, what happens is that as sodium channel become inactivated, another important channel become inactivated. What that is potassium channel. This potassium channel has a typical potassium channel, that is it is through the potassium channels potassium is exiting the cell, but this cell has a unique this potassium channel has a unique property, that is it is slow to close. That's why when the potassium is exiting the cell, the graph is going down towards the resting membrane potential, and it is called the repolarization. Here we can see after attaining the resting membrane potential, the graph still declines and produces a tiny portion, this tiny portion, which is called hyperpolarization. I have marked it as arbitrary number, that is minus 80 millivolt, and this is produced due to potassium channel because it is slow to close. So at this point, what happens is that inside of the cell becomes even more negative than the resting membrane potential. So, but we have to attain the resting membrane potential. So what happens is that this area, another key component become activated. What is that? That is sodium potassium ATPase channel. What sodium potassium ATPase channel does is that this ATPase channel causes 3 sodium ions. This sodium channel causes 3 sodium ions out of the cell. 3 sodium ion out of the cell, and 3 sodium ion out of the cell and 2 potassium ion into the cell. So by this way it causes it attains the resting membrane potential. So what happened is that as 3 sodium is exiting the cell and 2 potassium is entering the cell, the net charge is -1. So by the action of the sodium potassium ATPase, the cell attains the resting membrane potential. So this is the first video about the nerve action potential. Here we can see that I have discussed the graph of the action potential. In the next video I will discuss the ionic properties of the action potential and also the ionic mechanism and the receptor mechanism, that which include the voltage gated sodium channels, how its structure and how it functions, and how it become activated and how it become inactivated, and also the mechanism of sodium channel opening and closing. So all this will come on the next video. If you like this video, please subscribe and like the button. Thank you.